as soon as I can. I don't know how to do that. Hold on, y'all. Got to call in the fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Got to call in the fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Got to call in the fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Got to call in the fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. The fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. The fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. The fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. The fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. The fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. The fix it all lady. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I need you down here. Stat. Um, okay. What's going on, everybody? I'm echoing really, really bad, ain't I don't know what's going on with this, but I'm like super echoing. Hear that? I'm not echoing to y'all. No echo. Well, this ain't an echo. It's so delayed. Oh, I know what's wrong with that. Wait, I know what that is. That's that. Okay, now I can hear. Now I can hear good. Okay.
But are you muted? Oh, you muted the other one.
I muted the YouTube page is open.
Okay.
Here's the problem I'm having.
Okay.
I'm trying to share screen, right? You said?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Hold on, y'all. Stay with me. Share screen. And I went here, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also share.
This is your tab. You're up on the main screen. You got to click on the tab once you click share.
Okay.
Is that the screen you want to play from?
What do you mean?
Where's the video?
That's neither one of these. That's look at what it's doing.
Yeah, because you're mirror.
Yeah, this is my studio.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Stop sharing until you get to the one.
Well, that's what I'm saying, honey. That.
Click stop sharing. Go back.
Okay.
Okay. Now go open the window.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
YouTube or wherever the video is at. Where'd you publish the
Oh,
video?
wait a minute. It's on YouTube. Wait a minute.
Type into it.
Look, I need to do this the way I know how to do it, or it ain't gonna do it. Y'all, bear with me. I'm trying something new, and let's hope it works. I kind of want to. What the hell?
Oh, you're trying to do it from studio?
No, just YouTube.
It's private though,
It's yes, unlisted.
so you got to go to your channel, or you got to get the link of it.
Okay. Go to the video. That is not it. What the hell?
Go to your you know, if it's unlisted, you got to go to where your content page.
What?
What it? Let's say manage videos.
Okay, right here.
All right, now you need the link.
This is ridiculous. Okay.
Okay, now paste it. Whatever tab you want it in.
Here.
No, up here.
Yeah, I didn't do none of that before.
Okay, you want to pause it.
Ha!
Now go back to StreamYard tab.
Okay.
Now you can share screen.
Wait, on this one, I want that the whole full.
You'll be able to,
Okay.
but you gotta finish sharing it first.
Damn, I can't even get. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Click escape.
Share screen. Y'all stick with me. I'm trying to figure it out.
Whichever one it is, that.
It gotta be. Shit. I don't
Oh
know.
no, that's the Q&A. Which one?
Well, that's what it is. Oh no, that's us. Okay, so it got. Man, I don't know. Let's
Let's
just
say hit cancel so we can
well,
see what
yeah,
that's called.
or
You
or
close
out those, and that's gonna show us. Okay, this one. All right, now come over here. Ha! Okay, now how will I blow this up? Because I don't want all the rest of this stuff over here. See, so let me go over back to this one. Make it juicy. Ha!
Okay. And you would just use your play button to make it start playing whenever you're ready.
What play button?
That.
Let me just touch it and see something real quick. Ain't nothing happening. Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know about that.
I have to go back.
Really?
But you're sharing the right screen, so just go to where you need to go and press play.
So go here and then hit.
Whenever you're ready. Yeah, make sure you
Okay.
unmute that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So okay, y'all. Space bar to play pause. Let me see. Yeah, that ain't working, Hoss.
It might not be working because it's like you're in StreamYard, you're not on that
Right,
tab.
right.
I don't know. It works on mine, but
For Zoom or StreamYard.
oh, we'll see. I don't
See, Zoom, right? StreamYard is a whole different weird beast. Okay, y'all. So this is what we're going to do. Some kind of way, I'm going to have to get in here and get in and out. Welcome, everybody. Can I get some water and some ice, please? Pretty please. My love, my honey, my love, my sweetie. I got to butter you up. All right, let's see what we got. Missy Hawk, what's going on? I got it right. Yeah, I got it right. I didn't do it right. Lady Led did it. I didn't do nothing. What's up, real Toddington? I think it is. Haas, Joey. All right, okay. Charles Rhodes, the real moving thing. Welcome everybody. I'm not gonna waste no time with that because this is already out of bounds and long and crazy, right? CP Family Farming, what's going on? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I know this is crazy. Thank you, honey. I know this is crazy. Well, let me put my head on here. Okay, there we go. I know what I'm doing is crazy. But I said, you know what? I'm going to put this out for the people. Because this is what made me do this video. Is because Q-Dub, what made me do this video is I wanna steal the glamour and the glitz and the, I don't want to call stuff out. I just want to say I want to put the reality back into YouTube. I want to put the reality back into YouTube. I don't know nothing about other platforms, but I want to try my hardest to put the reality and the real people, the human beings, the real emotions back into YouTube because I see something that is being taken away. There's a lot of fake stuff out there. There's a lot of people showing you fake things to the point you end up doing it. Like, for instance, purchasing land, okay? There's a lot of people out here right now purchasing land, and they're showing this glamour and this glitz and this going down by the river half butt naked to drink a cup of coffee with both your hands and a hand knitted sweater, bare feet while you chopping wood. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's probably not likely. That's not real. And what I'm seeing with a lot of people, and I'm getting these messages where I'm being contacted where people don't quite understand the reality of purchasing the land. When they purchase the land, they go into it with a false outlook. They go into it with a bunch of fake images that they gathered off of social media, whether it's TikTok, Teddy Grahams, or YouTube. And then they ask the real people, the real landowners, the real homeowners, the real homesteaders, the real gardeners, the real 2A members. They ask them the most ridiculous questions. And it's probably not your fault because you didn't do it. What's happening here is you're being fed so many untruths. And it's so concentrated. There's so many videos out there with either robots, AI, or people that's just making videos for clicks and views. They're not interested in showing you reality. All they're trying to do is show you what you want to see so they can get the clicks and the views. And listen, I get it. You know, I'm not knocking them, but all I want to do is just share a little bit of the reality, because the reason why this video means a lot to me, and I've been working on it for a while, and it's not polished, so please forgive me, but it shows the reality. And I'm going to tell you something about the reality of homesteading, land ownership, home ownership. The reality is, to you, the reality would be boring. But the people that's actually living in that moment and living that real life, it is one of the most exciting lives you could live. And there's no words to explain that. If you watch this, you'll be like, oh, whoopity-doo. But you don't know what we go through every day when that camera is off. The camera goes off, the YouTube, when I'm doing a live stream, when other homesteaders and YouTubers are doing live streams or they're editing videos, when that camera goes off, everything changes. There is no more commentary. There is no more explanations. There is no more. All it is now is work. It's either work or let's get this done, or it's a mission, or it's even chilling, or it's relaxing. It's a bunch of different things where you don't have to explain yourself. So this is why I'm here today. I picked just a few of our cameras. I can't show all of them, okay? I only picked a few that everybody knows and you see them when you come up, so I'm not worried about those. But I'm not going to show you all of them, but I do want to show you our reality on Freedom Makers. So this is what I'm asking of you. I'm going to play this video, and I will, to the best of my ability, pause it, stop it. If you have questions, I'm going to be looking for you to ask questions, or I will stop the video to give commentary, because there's not a lot of sound behind a lot of this. Okay, because some of the reasons I had to blurt out some of the sounds, because usually I'm listening to music and I'm blasting music or something, and I don't want that to be put on here. So I'm just gonna let it play. And if it's other homesteaders out there and it's other homeowners and gardeners, you should understand what I mean. Trust me. This may be boring for you, but it's the reality. And that's the part I'm trying to get through to you. So are you ready for me to just play the video? If you have any questions about owning land, living on the land, any of that, livestock, building your tiny home, what do you need for your tiny home? Like the do's and the don'ts, whatever you need. I'm going to do my best to answer it for you. Okay. So I want to say hello to everybody. And are you ready for me to start this? Just let me know. Sam says, led, the people want truth and reality. I mean, you know, robots and AI is entertaining. It is. But after a while, man, you know, I want to see people. I want to see real people. I want to see what people are really doing, what people are really saying, and what people really think. That's what I want to see. And I see a lot of AI thumbnails. I see a lot of AI videos, a lot of everything everybody is using AI for, and they're even getting answers from AI. And so far, it's been proven that it's wrong a lot of the times. And it's like, man, I just want to see people. I'm not knocking new technology. I'm not knocking AI. I'm not knocking robots. All I'm saying is I would like to see reality. I would like to see people in their own element. All right. So let's go. I'm going to start playing. And this is the theme of this. The theme is I leave this house. I drive all the way to Freedom Acres. And then I'm there for maybe a week or two or three, or sometimes months, or a month at a time. And some of this ain't gonna make sense to you. So the theme of this is pretend I just left here. I pack my bags. I always pack my luggage, my clothes and everything, like I'm going on a trip, because that's what it is to me. And we leave. Right? And sometimes either my wife comes with me or my wife meets up with me My kids come out there. I didn't show my kids for several reasons, but let's get to it. Here we go. Lead Farmer 73. I just got to the land. I wish this was a way I could see both of these screens. Wait a minute. If you have any questions, let me know, okay? Look how boring. This is when the camera stopped rolling. If you have any questions, everything will be crazy. Half the time, it look like I don't know which way I'm going. But everything has a reason. Everything has a purpose. Everything I'm doing. Even when you see me walking in circles. Yes, Suzette. It's real life. And that's all I can say about it. It's just reality. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. That's better. It's the reality. Reality is boring. You know, people need a loud noise. They need bright colors, bright lights. They need the camera moving fast. Thank you, Winning Scratcher. They need chaos going on at all times. And in most of the videos, when you see homesteading videos, it's chaos. Meaning it ain't necessarily negative. What am I cooking? I am cooking that night smoked sausage. Oh, hey, honey. Hey, Lady Led. My wife in here asking what I'm cooking. I'm in here cooking for you, baby. You'll be here later. No, I'm not burning it. No, I'm not burning it. Okay, for everybody asking right now, what I'm doing is I'm cooking with wood. So trying to control your fire with wood is way more difficult than just you tearing me up. Cooking with wood is way more difficult than trying to just throw some charcoal briquettes in there. Okay, so I'm getting the wood that I chopped up and I'm using that to cook. Everybody say, hey, Lady Led. She on here with me, y'all. So the other thing I'm doing is you can see this. See, this is where I messed up because this is 3 different times where I'm out here cooking for the day. Now, some of these are I'm cooking Yeah, that's the smoked sausage right there. Hey, Missy Hawk. Some of these I'm cooking, and some of you see that little black cast iron pot right here? That cast iron pot that's me about to boil some water so I can use that to wash up later. Hey, all these blessings. See? Let me see. Okay. Huge question. Black Gumbo says, "What's your setup for outdoor cooking? Any?" Thank you, I am King. Let's pause this for 1 second. Let's pause it so I can answer this question. Thank you, I am King 1960. Thank you. What's up, my friend? Okay, let me get back over here. Now, the question was, what's your setup for outdoor cooking? Any plans for an outdoor kitchen build? No. I wish, you know what? I would like an outdoor kitchen. I really would. The only problem I have with an outdoor kitchen where I am is animals. An outdoor kitchen need to be totally, fully stocked and everything. I would like to hook up a water source. I would like a water source right next to my cooking source, but that's about it. Maybe a little bit of counter space, but that's about it. And I would like it to be in some kind of enclosure, because cooking inside of your tiny home when it's 97 degrees outside is undoable. Just don't do that unless you're tired of living on this planet. So my cooking setup is literally I have a Blackstone griddle out there that takes propane. I have a original Weber grill, and I have a smoker out there, and I just use one and a fire, and I use them, according to however I need to. So that's about it. I'm gonna slide over here and hit this gas on this video, and let me back up a little bit. Oh, nope, I'm still cooking. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Thank you for that question. Who asked me that? Black Gumbo. Thank you for the question, man. Thank you. Hey, Canadian, you see I'm bringing in the sausages. I'm bringing in the sausages. All right. So let me see. How you doing, Sandra Gillard? You hear me lock that door up? All right. I don't think I got to explain what I'm doing now. I wish I could pause this, man. Let me see if I could. Nope, can't click the screen and pause it. Let me stop real quick. Okay. When you do not see a weapon on me, it's on me. Okay, you may not be able to see one, but even if I come out in my drawers, I have one. And it's not necessarily for people. I don't know how many times I've walked out and a pack of wild dogs came, or I saw a fox or I saw a raccoon. If you see raccoons, if you see a fox, a coyote, a raccoon, a possum, if you see any of these A-lights, if you see any of these animals in the daytime, they likely have rabies. Okay, if you see bats flying around in the broad daylight, they likely have rabies. So I don't know how many times I've seen that, and I had to dispatch an animal before they could go crazy on me. If you see those animals in broad daylight and they kind of look a little confused, that animal has rabies. So Now, here's another thing. There's been wild hog sightings in my area. If you are in the way or get in the way of a wild hog, you better have something to defend yourself, period. There is no running away from a wild hog. It'll outrun you 5 times fold. So I leave my cabin with something. I just don't come out here all willy-nilly. Okay. So this is early in the morning. I got on a jacket and I'm walking my dog. Pup is with me. And we getting our walk on. All right. How you doing, Mina Morris? Every morning, I like to take her for a walk myself. Me and her go off and pee on a few trees together. Okay. When I pee, she pee, just like that. And it's good to get out and relax. First thing in the morning, instead of laying around, we don't lay around. We get up, we go for our walk. We walk around this whole 2-acre area, maybe once, maybe twice or more. And right now, what you see me doing is I'm actually in just taking it all in. See how boring that is? I am just admiring God's beauty. That's what I was doing. Don't seem like much, but that's it. Now, look how simple. Water in my garden. Boring. There's no way on God's green earth that anybody would watch anything like this on YouTube. If I just put this video up, nobody would watch that. You know why? Because there's nothing happening. Because everybody wants to see the end game. Here, I just dispatched a snake, and I'm watering my pigs and livestock at the same time. Okay. Hey, my cart runneth over. He said, nothing boring. That's living. Amen to that. Okay, hold on. I see a good question. Okay. Good question, Joey. So how do you delegate your time getting up in the morning, eating, working on the land? Well, I get up. First thing I do is let me get this screen together. The first thing I do is get up and I get out. The first thing if I got to do a number 2, which is rare, I go ahead and do that. But usually, you got to go pee. Me and the dog got to pee. We leave. First thing, get out. You look out the windows, you check outside. You just don't come all outside all willy-nilly, because every time I've done that, you got a crowd of deer standing there looking at you like the world is ending. By the time you walk around 2 acres, maybe once or twice, you may have to go and relieve yourself. Number 2, do that. And if I'm not hungry, which I've changed, if I'm not hungry, I won't eat right away. Here's why I don't eat right away. Because if I know I got a lot of work out here to do and I got to move some wood and I got to do all this and cut the grass and all of that, I won't eat. Because if I eat that early in the morning, I'm not going to get anything done. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to cut on the TV until my food digests. And then I ain't going to feel like doing nothing because it's either too hot or too cold. So I like to play it by ear. I don't really have this is what I do at this time, that, and this. When you own land and you trying to work land, you have to listen to the land tell you what to do. You have to listen to nature tell you what to do. Because if it's raining, okay, that just canceled all your plans for outside. If it's lightning and thundering, that canceled all of that. Today, I'm supposed to be working on solar power. Thunder, that canceled all of that. So now I got stuff I need to do inside the cabin So I never really quite finish things, as you can see, because I delegate my time towards things that need to be completed when I'm able to complete them. All right. So let's get back into, let me back it up a little bit for you. Okay. So again, wait a minute. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right, man. Hold on. Let me back it up one more time. A little too far. Okay. All right, here we go. I didn't hit play, did I? So right now I'm watering the pigs and I had to get rid of a snake. So this is me feeding the pig. Right now, I got my dog in the wagon. You see her. The reason she's in the wagon is because I saw the snake. I had to get rid of the snake. And she's so little and curious, I don't want her to get got. Right? What's that honey said? If you're trying to beat the heat, water the stuff that looks like it's about to die. Amen. Don't be standing out there because you're going to need it to be watered. Now here, loading stuff in the car. Nobody in their right mind is going to sit around on YouTube and watch that, right? But what you don't see, what I want to show here is how important all of these little things are. So the videos you end up watching on YouTube, that's the end result. That's the outcome. That's the big bang. That's the loud lights and colors, and that's all of that, right? But you never get to see behind the scenes. So all this is a couple of my security cameras picking up some of my work I do around the land. Again, what I'm doing here, I'm going to move some dirt where I can't. This part, I had a situation I had to go handle, right? Any questions whatsoever? See, it's like, what are we doing? Here I'm listening to music. That's why the sound is gone. I'm on a tractor jamming. Now, I saved this stuff for the beginning of the video because I knew, this is and then it's going to really start cooking later on. And the reason I did that is, again, to prove my point. People don't want to stay around and watch reality. They want to hear the loud noises. They want to hear the bangs. They don't want to see reality. And that's where we've come so far in this. Again, after I eat, I go feed whatever I didn't eat to my livestock. I feed it to the pigs. I feed it to the chickens. So all I do, if my dog don't finish eating her food, I go take the rest of it to the pig because I don't want her dog food growing flies and gnats and roaches.
Hey, goddamn, pick a wicked, run for your life. Pick a wicked, pick a wicked. Back it.
Look how big my girls got. And that was me. I was on the microphone on the security camera because they like me to talk to them. Even when I'm in the cabin, they like to hear my voice. Canadian Queen say, I'm learning from you and feel we are very blessed you are sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's right, Haas. And you know, I don't even, right now, this is a whole nother day. I'm getting a fire started with wood. I'm not using charcoal. I'm not using lighter fluid. I am surrounded by acres of wooded land. Oh, now start cooking. That's my t-shirt. If y'all, I look like a diaper, but it's because I'm wore out. Time to rinse it off now. Now, hold on before I get going. Okay. This is what I want to, okay. This scene, the reason why I put this scene in is because just number one, to show you, I just don't be walking around there funky all the time. Number two is a simple solution so you don't be bathing and showering inside your cabin, because if you cut on water like a hot shower inside your tiny home or cabin, you will have a horrible time sleeping, and if mold happens like that, you may not even see it on the outside. If you have your drywall up, mold will start growing behind that drywall, in your insulation, and in that wood. They say a lot of this stuff is mold proof or mold resistant, and it's a mold lie. So my take on it is just don't do it. I don't cook inside the cabin when it's too hot, and I don't take showers inside the cabin. I may do a bird bath inside the cabin, but I'm not going to whole body shower in there, or you will ruin everything. That water has nowhere to go. If you take a whole body shower inside your cabin, that water and that moisture and that humidity sits inside that cabin, and it lands on everything around you, creating mold. It's going to get you sick or worse. Okay, so that's why I made me and my wife, my honey is watching. My wife helped me 100% of the way build an outdoor shower, so we could just go out there and take us a shower, man. No harm, no foul. I ain't got to worry about wasting water. I ain't got to worry about where the water drop at. Do I ever make my own hardwood charcoal? Yes, I do. So if you end up getting some land and you get like a little cabin, man, make you an off-grid shower. Now, what I'm going to do on this video, I'm going to put a link to how simple of a shower. I made a shower out of a doggone PVC pipe and a shower curtain. Okay, you don't need much. All you need is a nice bathing and rinse it off. Okay, you don't got to spend $40,000 on no outdoor shower and building stuff. You don't have to. So this is it. Oh man, wait a minute. Okay. The reason I did this is because when my wife come out here, she ain't on no bird bath, and she like, that's cool, but you know, ladies, if you watching, this may be something you want to do. Okay, fellas, we can kind of get away with it. Ladies, they want comfort. See, all I did was buy a little shower for $15. There go my little PVC curtain rod, flagpole, and a shower curtain. Oh God, that's cold. This is from the earth. Oh, that's so cold. That is so cold. Oh, when this water comes fresh out of the well,
it's really, really cold, like ice cold. So, this is, I don't know how I'm gonna rinse off with this water this cold. So we gonna do something though. Oh Lord. Oh, that's so cold. See, I like being able to cut it off. So
Okay. Lady Led, perfect example. She says, after you've been sweating all day out here on this land, you can't just be just jumping off in the bed. You are not about to be just jumping in the bed smelling like that or leaking, your whole body leaking. You're not going to be sitting on the couch. You're not going to be jumping in the bed. And I kid you not, I won't even sit on my couch. I will come in. If I need to sit down for a minute, say I'm overheating, I will put my towel down on my couch, sit on the towel until I get my bearings. You can't have that many juices and berries oozing off into your couch. Okay? Is not a good look at all.
you don't waste no water, you know? I like this more than being in the house. Bring that towel a little closer.
What in the world?
Uh-oh. Look who's here.
6 packs of tomatoes on one leg. I don't know what that's about.
Oh. That's a no for me, dog. Now this one, I forgot to clip this one because I just stepped in some boom boom. Oh, I did clip. Now I was just getting the mud off my boot. If you get Lady Led in and out the shower. I didn't show her, of course. She ain't about to record herself showering. Okay. Even though you see me in shorts, I gotta stop right here. Even though you see me in shorts, you saw Lady Led. Well, you saw Lady Led. You see me now in short pants. That day was close to 90 degrees. Now, here's the crazy part about this year and the weather been so weird. It'll be almost 90 degrees in the daytime, and it will drop down to 59 degrees at night. So right after our showers, we starting to feel like we getting cold, okay? So instantly, soon as my baby say, baby, I'm getting cold, what do? All right, let me go get the diesel heater going. Let me go ahead and get this so y'all know what's going on, okay? I said, let me get this diesel heater going. So right now, I'm putting the diesel heater up.
Stack this one on top of that. Put that
Listen.
tight to that one, and then make the hose come down to the bottom on the top. And then I can just use the water. Feel better than you did up there.
Okay, I got a question real quick. What I'm doing right now, though, y'all, I'm telling Lady Led some new improvements of our water system and our heating system. So I've done, flipped and flopped a few things around, and now I'm telling my wife, so if anything ever happens to me, she know how to use it and she know what to do. If I'm not there and she's there, she know how to use it, know what to do. Each and every one of my kids, when they come out, I got to tell them all the new stuff. I got a whole list of how to use everything. Okay. Let me see. CC Wynn says, Lady Led, where did you get the shower head nozzle? I broke my foot and need one for real. You mind dropping a link? I'll drop the link. I got that shower head. So I'll give you the link to it. It's really simple, okay? And all you do is it's rechargeable too. So, and I understand your situation because you can't just get up and be moving around. So if you could shower somewhere close to you without limping around, totally understand. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Feel bad. This is not right. Look at this, Joe. And the reason I did that is I was like, that was my plan. I just gotta.
You're very welcome, CC. Very welcome. And I am not this wife. No, I didn't throw that at my wife. Now, I'm not there. Lady Led is on Freedom Acre. And she's getting the diesel heater filled with fuel. I need to stop this one more time so y'all can understand what I'm saying, okay? You need to train and teach everybody in your family. If you own land, everybody needs to know what to do. If they end up out there and they end up on their own, how does all of this stuff work? You need to leave a list, a notebook, or something, or let people know how everything works. Because if you're not there, or if you're gone, or you got to go and do something completely different, which was the case here. I'm not there and I will be there shortly. I had to go make a run and it's getting cold. This is a whole nother day. Lady Led is out there hooking up the diesel fuel. Because y'all saw me just teaching her how to do it in the other, well, she already knew how to do it, but I tweaked it a little bit. So now she know what she doing and she don't need me. That's very important. This is us packing up and we're about to go to Florida. This is the old video. About to run over to Florida real quick. This is another video. I'm told, okay. About to do a video. Full moon. See how this is just normal life? This is one of those nights it got super cold out there where I lit this fire in May. Was it April or May? It was April. I lit this fire at the beginning of April. Can you believe that? That's how cold it was outside in the South. The beginning of April was still dropping in the high 50s, low 60s. That's right, Sam. All instructions need to be put in a binder for future reference. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what this one is. If you have any questions, let me know.
I never put that back.
Simple. Coming back out that shower. Let me tell you something. Let me pause this sucker. Let me tell y'all, look. And I need my whole head on here so you can understand what I'm saying. Look, there are certain things, if you purchase some land and you out there on the land, that you cannot deny. You need something that's going to cool you off. You need something that's going to heat you up, and you need some water, and you need a way to clean yourself and bathe. Those are just a few of the things you need. If you got some raw land and you go out on some raw land and you don't have shelter, heat, a cooling system, water, and a way to bathe, don't be out there, because the weather and everything else will turn on you on a dime, and you'll be sitting there looking stupid. If you need somewhere, a refuge to run into when things turn bad. If it's an animal out there, you need something to run into. If it starts raining, you need something to run into. Here's another one. I'm going to make this is important too. You need something out there to catch water. If you don't plan on digging a well or anything, go get everything in order to capture water. Rainwater, condensation, I don't care what it is. You ain't going to be on no land without water. You're just not going to do it. That's right, Lady Lyd. Wash your junk properly. You got to be out there with some water, okay? Water is one of your main necessities. And as Lady Lyd said, wash your booty properly. You got to wash it properly. Or don't be out there. Because again, that could lead to all kind of diseases and problems, okay? Illnesses. Let me see. There we go. Hold on, because y'all need to see this one. Okay. Now, what you see me doing coming up with water and soap, you killing me, babe. Okay. This is, you see, I've got that popcorn popper in my hand. My dog got to go out to use the bathroom. I don't be, you see how dark it is out there? This is just me. That's my version of Ruggers Ruggers Bone. Don't ask me what that was. That was my version of Meet You at the Crossroad by Bone Thugs and Harmony. I told you, it's when you out here by yourself or you out here working, like now, I got on my headphones and I'm listening to what's my man name? The Isley Brothers station on Pandora. I got it playing in my headphones in a speaker inside the cabin. Now I cut a bunch of this out because, man, I was doing everything, getting my skits out. I was picking my nose. I had to cut a piece out of there. I said that now some stuff. All right, this is normal work. I'm just in here doing work, y'all. Nothing fancy, no glamour, no glitz. And when you're doing it by yourself, or you got a limited amount of people help you. Now let me tell you something. That's a lot of work. There's a lot of people out here purchasing land, and they don't realize how much work goes into all of this stuff, man. It's not the stuff you want to take a video of. It's the little stuff. I chopped down a tree, right? And now what you do with it? You got to cut it up with a chainsaw, and now you got to sit here and split it for the next damn 2 or 3 or 4 days. And then you got to put it away so it can season. I mean, Here I am. This is a whole nother day. I got on pajama pants. I got on pajamas, and I'm just first thing in the morning. I come out, and I was just supposed to be walking the dog, but I said, let me just grab one pile of this wood. That's the other thing about this. When you own the land, it's something to do, even when you just go to pee. Even if you go outside to pee, if you go outside to feed the livestock, feed the pigs, feed the chickens, you see 1,400 different things that you can do on the way to do that. Or something that distracts. Here go another pile. See, the first load of wood I did because I wanted to see, will my hand truck work better than my tractor? Let me just see how fast, if I could do this more efficiently with my hand truck versus my tractor. Come to find out, it was a tie. I'm done. Go ahead, put that away for today. And this is the nightlife. It's the nightlife. There's way more stuff that happened at night, but I didn't want to put that because some of it is gross. Some of it is, you see a coyote coming out the woods with a raccoon or something in his mouth, Okay. Lead, how long would a cord of wood last you to stay in winter for a month? It just depends because let me hit this real quick. It depends on how cold it is outside, how well insulated your cabin is, how big your cabin is. The bigger it is, the harder it is to keep warm. So it's really hard to say. And to be honest with you, I have not even measured how much wood it takes because I'm always chopping wood. I'm always stacking wood. And then I even have a friend of mine. She brings wood every blue moon, and I just burn it. So I really do need to pay attention to that though. So that's a good question. All right. That is a good question to know. Really, if you don't have ADD before, you will have it the day on the land. Absolute. I was hearing things. This is number one rule in scary movies you don't do. If you hear something under the house, don't go looking for it. Right? I'm trying to make sure that I'm safe out here. And my wife is in there. And the sound you hear is my gas generator, my smart generator cutting on. This is before I bought the new solar panel. Simple. And this is just a scene from early in the morning. And everybody keep thinking I kill all the cats on my land. I don't. I haven't killed any cats. And everybody get mad at me because they think I kill them. I don't. Because they help me. They actually protect the chickens. Can you believe that? You would think the cats, these stray cats, would attack the chickens and eat them. They protect them. How simple is that? Now, you can see my puppy dog, she done left me. We supposed to be going out to pee early in the morning. She just dipped on me. She didn't even wait for me to put something in the truck. This is the best part of my day. Walking around the land, peace, quiet, no noise, no traffic, no yelling, no loud music, no nothing. The only thing I hear is God. That is the best feeling on the planet. And I'm looking all around. You can see me. I'm just studying. I'm looking all around me and looking at all the stuff that I'm discovering things. Right now is I'm looking at a tree that I ended up doing a video on for y'all. The sassafras. I just found sassafras right there, and I caught it on my security camera, and I'm like, oh, okay. I ended up making a video off of that right there, what y'all just saw. It's just beautiful, man. It's just beautiful. Missy, it is peaceful. It's the best peace you will ever have when nothing is making noise unless you're the one making it. Beautiful. Now the pigs want to start making noise. South Canadian Queen say, I feel I need to. This is me coming back with some supplies. I feel I need to get a license, but I fear the kickback, and I have disability on my non-gaming up. Well, why would you need to get protection if you have all of these issues going on? Do you have land, or what are you trying to protect? Okay. I'm coming in, going to the grocery store is not just like, hey, I'm going around the corner and grab a jug of milk. When you have to go get any groceries, usually I try to bring things from home and go to the grocery store here and then go all the way there, because you're not going to find stuff when you're in rural land. I don't know. Everybody is different, but there is no stores close to me like that. Everything is a ways away, and you got to think about gas money. You got to think about mileage. You got to think about your time. Put it like this: just to go get a jug of milk, it's going to take me an hour, period. I don't care how you cut it. There is no shortcuts. There is no back roads. There is back roads, but it ain't a shortcut, right? So this all I'm doing is putting my groceries away. And look, she always in the way, thinks she helping me, but she ain't. So this is what I'm gonna do. So all I'm gonna do here, is Destiny says I need a cow. Well, right now I'm working on these pigs, so I would like a cow, but before I start adding any more animals, I need to up my infrastructure game as far as livestock. Like I'm about to go down to three pigs, and I'm going to move all of my livestock to the whole opposite side of the land, like that opening. You might not even be able to see them no more on the videos, because I'm going to move them off into the woods, because here's the problem. Well, it's not a problem. When those pigs get wet, when it starts to rain, those pigs are probably 30, 40 yards away from this cabin, and you smell all that. Okay, it's hard to get sleep when all you smell is boom boom. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this, because all this is me cooking. Okay, this is just me cooking, me and her, a meal for the night. Matter of fact, I'm going to let it ride because the video is almost off. So this is what I'm going to do right now. Does anybody have any questions whatsoever? It ain't much left. If you have any questions for me or Lady Led about just reality, but this is what it's about. It's like, believe it or not, and I don't have words to describe this, but this is the best part of being off grid. Whether you live there full time, part time, or this is just your playground. The best part is, there go them kids, ain't nobody in your face, in your business, disturbing your peace. Everything that you doing, you coming up with this yourself. Normal stuff like cooking takes a lot of thought. Everything that you do takes thought. Just going to the bathroom takes thought. Because after you use the bathroom, what you gonna do with it? Now that you got it, what you gonna do with it? You ain't flushing nothing. If you gotta go outside and use the bathroom, do you need a flashlight and do you need to arm yourself to go to the bathroom? Everything you do takes thought. Absolutely everything. You can't just be in there, even on a cold time. You can't be in there just cooking all willy-nilly. Because if you cooking something with grease and oil, all of that grease and oil, just like in your house, gonna take up on something and probably all up in that cabinet. So the video, is that something flying around in the cabinet? I don't know. Probably. Okay. I'm mounting up because I gotta leave and go handle some business. Are you able to cook inside? It depends on what the weather is doing. If it's hot outside, do not cook inside. Don't do it. That's why my grill is that's my whole cooking apparatus. That's my whole everything, the grill. Wood and grill. But I do have a stove inside. Yes, I do. See, I took a leap in savings and moved to my land. Best thing I ever did. Canadian Queen, good for you. You see my luggage? I'm packing up to hightail it back. Something so simple. Congratulations, Canadian Queen. Congratulations. I wish it was more people out there that understood what I'm saying. Or I ain't gonna say understood what I'm saying. I wish you could get this feeling. That's what I really want to say. That's all she wrote. My driveway is 200 yards or probably better. And that's it. That was it. That was it, y'all. I put this video out just to show the reality. Was it boring? Not to me, because I lived it. We lived it. It's not boring to me. But the part about this video is there's no glamour. There is no glitz. There's no funny, weird, new, trendy dances. There is no drama. None of that. There's no pack of wolves coming on my land and attacking us. You understand? There's no drama. And for most homesteaders, that's what it is. It's what I just showed you. It's the living part. Now, the part where we end up doing a YouTube video, it's usually those be the dramatic times. Things dramatic do happen. They do. But for the most part, every day is like that. You wake up, you cook, you eat, you poop, you go out, you cut the grass, you feed your pigs, you feed your chickens, you walk your dog, you discover things on your land. Half the time you ain't got no clothes on, you wash up, you ain't got nowhere to go, but you wash up anyway, just to say, man, I built this shower. And I'm using water fresh out of my well that me and my family helped me dig, fresh water from the earth. And I figured this. I said, if you wanted more out of this video, I got all of those videos for you already. Y'all watch all of those other videos already, don't you? Every video I put out, that's the me talking loud and this is what's happening and hands are swinging. That's not how it is all the time. When that camera go off, this is reality. This is life. And this is what I wanted to show, even though I know it's not the thing. And it's not what people go on social media to see. But it's the reality that I'm trying to get back into. I'm sick of the fake. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of seeing it. And I'm not knocking them. I just don't want to see that. You're not about to tell me you living out in the middle of the woods, half naked, and ain't no mosquitoes. You out buck naked in the woods, and you ain't worried about ticks, fleas, mosquitoes. What's them thing? Them little jiggers. I see people in their homesteads barefoot, the feet buck naked feet. You ain't worried about centipedes. You ain't worried about black widow spiders. You not worried about brown recluse spiders. You not worried about no snakes that's living up under this doggone these pine needles and stuff. Man, I'll be like this. Listen to me. I promise you, when I see that, I'll be like, man, lose me with that. If the video is beautiful, the editing is beautiful, and everything is sweet, the little girl doing it is cute, yeah, blah, blah. Yeah. The sun is just right. The camera setting, beautiful, beautiful scenery. Great job on the videography. Thank you. Fire ants. All you got to do is get bit with one, man. And then they walking out in the middle of their woods, so-called their woods. They got out of their little van life van, pulled it in the middle of their woods on their land, got out half buck naked, went down and washed their face and body in the stream, and all kind of microorganisms off in that water. And then they take some water out the stream and put it in this drip coffee maker and make coffee out of water fresh out the stream. You ain't boiled it. I'm just so sick of that. I'm sick of seeing it, because the reason why I would not care if people didn't ask me, so where's your coffee maker that you're supposed to go in the stream and drink some stream water? And people come and asking the real people that bullshit, and then it turn around and we kind of get a little side eye, like, why you ask me something that's stupid? because somebody over there they saw on another channel is drinking stream water and drinking pond water stretch. And they think that they can go out on that land and do that, and it backfires on them every time. And then they give up their land and say that was too much for them because they went in there with a head full of lies. With a head full of lies. And so what I want to do, and I urge other homesteaders do, it's a lot of great homesteaders out there. It's a lot of great ones just showing you the really real. And you know what? They don't get no views. You know why they don't get no views? Because if you're not living that life, it's boring to you. If you don't understand what they're talking about, you don't understand. It's boring. But every homesteader that I see out there really doing it. And they know the struggle is real. Don't nobody want to see the reality. They want to see the little naked girl in the woods with no shoes on, out there with snakes and ticks and fleas and jiggers and fire ants and drinking pond water, stagnant water out the stream and painting. All I'm saying, again, I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying, why, please, man, show people some reality, please, because they come into, you don't got to, those folks ain't got to answer those questions. They come to other homesteaders and ask them those crazy questions. Can't you just build your house like out of, sticks that fell out of the tree and like some mud? Can't you use like your own feces to pack in between the sticks to make yourself a hut? You really don't have to build a shed. You could just gather some bottles, laying in the street and some old tires and jam it all together and glue it all together with your feces and your urine and get some pine needles. And they ask me that stuff. And all I keep saying is, man, no, you ain't about to be building no house out of your own poop. Like, it never even dawned on them how long it would take to produce that much poop to glue together a stick-built house. Lady Leah says, when they cook those fancy dishes. Lady Leah said, when they cook those fancy dishes, I wonder how they wash the dishes. Absolutely. They don't just be out there cooking a sausage on some fire. They be cooking like chef, all of them. Like, I'm going to cook a 3-course meal that take all of this preparation. And I got to leave your comment up for a minute, babe, because they don't know if your water system is limited. Whether you in van life or you out on some raw land, you better be thinking about, like I said, once you got it, what you gonna do with it. You better be thinking about how you gonna clean this mess up. Because just because you just ate a nice 3-course meal, where's all this stuff going? Here's another one I'm gonna throw at y'all: refrigeration. How is you refrigerating all of this food? Why would you buy all of these little nonsensical foods to make one dish for one day and you don't have no refrigeration? Man, I could do this all day. Let me see. Canadian Queen. Let me see what you said. Thank you for that one, honey. Thank you, JHB. JH, thank you. Let me see. Say lead, if it's not too personal, Why are your cameras on subscription? Mine are, and I would. Are your cameras on subscription? Well, I can't give you anything about my security cameras. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I can't give you any information about my security cameras. And those aren't all my security cameras. Some of them are just other things set up. Right. French crepes, pork chops, leg of lamb. You know, I don't understand it. And I'd be like, listen, this is so fake. And people be out there wondering, why ain't you cooking all these French meals and drizzling it with hollandaise sauce and stuff? Because you ain't doing it like that. Sam says, living off grid or homesteading is a rugged, rough lifestyle, not for the faint of heart. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, Sam. You know why? This is why I say it ain't always so horrible and gritty and grimy and gross. But when you start out on some raw land and you don't have a house built, and like most of these people, you better be ready to get dirty. You better be ready to get funky. That's why we built the shower. Because everything you do takes work. Everything you need to pay for. When I say pay for, I'm talking about not with money. Everything that you accomplish, you're going to pay for in sweat, blood, or tears, or all three. And you better be ready to rinse it off. It gets gross out there, right? And the worst feeling in the world is you out here and you doing all this stuff, and you won't know it until you do it. You do all this stuff. You got dirt on your hands. You hope it's dirt. You got dirt on your clothes. You hope it's dirt. Sweat, all this. You bleeding from somewhere, and you ain't got enough water ready. Clean water, especially, to figure out how to solve this situation. And that's the part that I'm like, look, man, I just want to put reality in it. I'm not knocking nobody, and I'm not telling nobody don't go do their click and view videos at all. I'm just saying there is a lot of great homesteaders that look like me, especially. They don't get no views, man. They don't get views, and you know why? Because it's just too damn real. It's just too real. You know, for instance, I'm gonna go back to what Lady Leia said with the people cooking French crepes and pork chops and leg of lamb and chicken cordon bleu. Where's all this oil going? You know what? You can have a hamburger but no French fries. Why? You can have hamburgers and no French fries because what you gonna do with all this cooking oil? Where is it going? After you done frying you some fries up, where's all this cooking oil going? Because I'm gonna tell you what else like cooking oil. Insects, raccoons, possums, coyotes. So once you done cooked you some French fries in that oil, and you done fried you something else in that oil, some fish, everything smells that. Because you know when you use oil, whatever you cook in that cooking oil, it just infuses in that oil. You'll never get rid of that smell or that flavor. If you leave your barbecue grill outside uncovered, this is my word, you're going to find paw prints all over that grill, and all the grease and the drippings, the dribblings that you left on that grill top will be gone in the morning. Something is walking around on your grill or your griddle, licking up every square inch of the grease and oil or drippings that you left out there. Now you got to sanitize your doggone cooking utensil and then burn it hot. Let me see. how do you stop tick bites? What do you mean, like, how do you stop them? How do you try to prevent ticks from getting on you in the first place? It's a billion different ways online. Number one, wear pants. Keep your Number one, wear pants, long sleeve, wear something on your head, even when it's hot. Number two, keep your grass cut. Keep your bushes or your landline trimmed, because they hang out on the landline, like between the wood area and the opening. Keep your grass cut. You can't stop a tick from biting you. You can only try to prevent it. And there's a thing called permethrin that I just learned about that kills the tick on sight, but you can't put it on your skin, so I don't really like using it. Okay. You can I use Deep Woods Off all around my boots, on my pants and everything. So if anything starts crawling up, that's going to kind of deter it. All you can do is deter these things. You're not really going to ever get rid of them without all kind of crazy chemicals, which I do not want. Okay. Let me see what this is. Okay. Tracy says, true, homesteading is when you buy 5 of the same shirt and pants because you're always dirty and stinky. Who are you trying to impress? The chickens? Absolutely. 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 And I left one thing out, speaking of that, a way to wash your clothes. That's important. You don't think it is, but it is. You need some. I got a hand washer out there. I got a little washing machine, but I got a hand washer, plunger washer out there. I didn't add the video in here of me washing my clothes. Oh, I was washing my clothes and I hung my clothes up. I'm sorry. I'll release that later, but absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, RLM Herbal Ideals. How you doing? I was on your channel earlier. Okay, ugly 7-leaf. No, don't do diatomaceous earth. And the reason why I say everybody, the first solution to everything, everybody say diatomaceous earth. Do you know what that does? Your diatomaceous earth kills everything. You don't want everything dead. You're just trying to get rid of fleas and ticks, but you're killing roly-polies, you killing worms, you killing ladybugs, everything that's beneficial to your land, you and your gardening. I don't just be putting diatomaceous earth on everything like that. You just can't. Now, if you're going to be in a certain spot that you always going to be in like that, I get it. But no, you just can't go around your land throwing diatomaceous earth around. I hear a lot of gardeners say that a lot too. Oh, I just use diatomaceous earth. And then they end up having problems. I'll be like, man, I don't use diatomaceous like that no more. I used to years ago until I figured out it kills everything. And I don't want to kill everything, because then you start ruining your land. Okay. Big Bad Bo, what's going on? Say, got some land I'm interested in, and it's grown up thick, but I have to walk it. Is there a method of best practice for this? There is no best practice. I'll tell you what I would do. I would go get a cordless weed whacker or a gas trimmer if you got to walk it. I'm going to tell you, that's what me and Lady Led did on my land. We took a weed whacker with us. When I was looking for our land, and then when we was trying to go look at a side where my kids is going to be, I took a weed whacker with me. And while I'm walking it, I'm weed whacking. My wife and my daughter was walking behind me, and I'm just clearing the path. So, Thank you for that, honey. It'll kill honeybees too that diatomaceous earth. So if you kill the honeybees, you almost, you doing yourself in. Okay. Natural Lights Brown Sugar. How you doing, Natural Light? Says so true. Used it last year. Haven't seen a roly-poly yet because it kills all of those arthropods. All of them. Anything with an exoskeleton and like worms, get rid of them. Right? RLM Herbal Idea says some people using guinea hens to help control tick populations, but they're allowed. I got two things to say about that right there, RLM. I've had guineas. I'd rather have pigs. I'd rather have pigs. Number one, they are annoying as hell. And they don't lay eggs every day. So you feeding this big old pretty bird, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'd rather smell the pigs. And guineas eat a lot of ticks. They do. How many guineas do you need to eat 2 acres worth of ticks? I was doing the research, and that was one of the reasons I got the guineas a couple years back, and that's the reason I got rid of them. How many guineas do you need to eat 2 acres worth of ticks? The 2 acres is my little opening for almost 2 acres. So no, for the guinea thing, right? Say thank you for checking out my channel. Yeah, I was wondering why ain't you putting out no more videos? Let's get it cracking. You was doing good. Let's get it. Sean DeRosa, my man said, do you have any suggestions for where to start on clear-cut land? Sean DeRosa, if you wanna even come up, man, because I don't understand your question, and reading some of these questions is hard for me to really. Oh, that's a good one, Regina. A bush hog. A bush hog is a good way to start a trail, but that's great. That's excellent. But man, a bush hog is heavy. A bush hog is big, and if you walk in land, you're not sure what the terrain is going to be, and you can carry a trimmer, and when you're done with the trimmer, you can just put it on your back. That bush hog, I'm talking about a push one, like one of them, what is the RL? That's some work. Don't run out of gas with that. But you got a good idea. If you starting a trail, but he talking about going to look at some land. Okay. So, Sean DeRosa, do you got a second? Come up. If you don't, I understand. But I really want to get in your question. You say, do you have any suggestions for where to start on clear-cut land? That's the part that's throwing me off, on clear-cut land. Let me do this. Let me just get my link, and I'm gonna put it. Okay, I'm gonna put my link in the chat. All right, my link is in the chat. If you got a question for me or Lady Led, you can come on up, and I do my best to answer it. Okay, anybody. Thank you for that, P. Singleton. Say great, and grandparents were basically homesteading, 100% self-sustaining. Kept everything simple, focused on necessities and maybe a few luxuries. Good life, land still in the family, houses torn down. You know what? Thank you for that. And I'm going to tell you something else too. I want to say this. Here I come, Sean DeRosa. I want to say this to everybody real quick. The reason why our land production is taking so slow and it takes so long, because I am doing everything in my natural power not to get a loan to do anything. So it's hard when you're paying for things out of your pocket. I bought the land so I don't owe anybody anything. I owe the taxes, but that's it. I don't want to purchase the land and then go get another loan for a home or loan for this, loan for that. And then it's like, after a while, it's like, what am I doing? Those loans take away from that feeling to me. And to each his own, I'm not ready to do that. So that's why everything takes so much longer when number one, you're doing it all by yourself. Number two is when you have so much land. Number three is when you're trying to pay for everything out of pocket, especially in this economy. Nothing is really going to happen. So I'm just taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, and I'm just praising God that I even got the land at all. Okay, that's all I wanted to say on that. Let me see. Okay. My man, what's going on? Shonda Rosa in the house, y'all. What's going on, brother?
Hey, lad, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you again.
Well, good seeing you. So, I'm going to make sure I turn this volume up. I can never get this right. There we go. So, we purchased 3 acres. Like last time we were in your solar meeting, we were talking about, we purchased 3 acres.
Okay.
We closed on it. And so it's all been deforested. It's been clear cut.
Okay.
And so we've got somebody coming out to I still can't get this. There we go. We have somebody coming out to with the machine to grind down all the stumps and residual branches that will hopefully go into the soil. But we're just trying to get ideas of how to start. What should we start with? We are getting, the remaining wood ground down. We're trying to figure out where to go from there.
I can barely hear you, brother.
I said we have, somebody coming out to grind up the rest of the wood that was left on the property after the loggers left. But we're just trying to get ideas of where to start. What else where we should start with this 3 acres?
Now, what exactly are you trying to do?
We're starting.
Like, what's your next move after it's cleared?
Yeah, we have a vision of what we want to do. We're trying to, like, what do you think? Because it's what you're actually living the life.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get ideas of what should we do next after we get the land cleared up some.
If I had to do it all over again, I would find a water source.
Well, we have somebody coming out to look at drilling us a well.
Okay. Well, number one, have you spent the night on the land?
Not yet. We have not spent the night on it.
Okay.
We haven't. We've been we know we want to build an orchard, so we've been purchasing trees that have been marked down. So our current home, we have like a boatload of trees, fruit trees,
right,
in pots in our backyard, ready to take out there. But there's nothing on the property right now, nothing at all. So
okay.
We're starting from zero.
Okay. If you're starting from zero, you already got water in the works, trying to figure out where your water source is going to be. This is my number. I know you ain't going to want to hear this. My number one thing I would do, which I did, you got to go stay out on that land. You got to spend it. If you need to spend as much time on that land as possible before where you want your cabin, where you want your house, where you want anything, where do you want them to even start? When they come dig for your well, have them check everywhere. And you need a vision first of what you want and how you want it. Because right now it's new to you. And if you don't stay on that land, like me, remember I don't know how long you've been watching me. Did you watch me when I first got the land?
We've been watching you since 2020.
Okay. Well, remember where I had my tent and my RV. when I
Mhm.
first got the land.
Right.
That's on the whole other clear side of the land. When I got the cabin, that cabin is way on the whole other side, because the more I stayed out there, and I used to be in that tent looking out like, I should have set this up over there. Anything permanent is over there. You want to know why? Because, hey, the tent was great where it was until the rain came in, the real rain, not the little dribblings, the real rain, the storms that I had and everything. And that river of water washes down my driveway, and it didn't get the tent wet. But when I stepped down on the floor of the tent, it's water underneath it. So I see this is the main highway for the water, the flow of the water, even though with my eye, it doesn't look like it, but it's on such a gradual slope that naturally that's where all the water goes. So now what that does in my head is like, this is where I need to be digging a well. And then during a rainstorm, I'm paying attention to where's the water pooling up at, and where is it still dry? So I realized the reason my cabin is where it is, it ain't the most ideal place where I would want it, but it's sitting on a hill that you can't see. It's sitting on a perfect little, the highest point, put it like that. The reason why I put my pond where I wanted it, because it's a low dip and you can't hardly see it. And when I'm on the camera, that's what I was trying to get everybody to see. Like, I would stand all the way down there, like from one side of the camera to the other, just in 50 feet, I just dropped 8 feet, and it doesn't look like it when I'm just walking around. So my advice would be, stay on that land before you do anything that's going to cost you money. Stay on that land, camp on that land.
Well, my off-duty supervisor, she's not one. She's not one
That's
for.
cool.
She's not one for a tent, and we've been looking at purchasing a used RV.
Okay.
To tow out there and spend the night.
Okay.
And spend some nights up there and take a look. That is a good point. We're gonna have to stay, because I'm getting some work done on my truck tomorrow, a trailer hitch and all that put on my truck tomorrow. So that's a good idea, because we were out there when it was raining about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And where the logging trail was, it was some gravel. And the way the land is shaped, it's a rolling type property.
Right.
It's in the Piedmont area of Virginia. So
Right.
the water came down, and we got to see where some of the water was rolling. And I was like, oh, let me get my truck out of here before I'm stuck out here like a swamp.
Absolutely.
So, we are learning lessons, but staying out there on land, I get it.
Yeah. And listen,
I get
it. This is going on. Well, I've been out there 3 years now, and I thought I learned everything. You think it just take 1 year to learn everything? Every day I learn something new. Every day, and it's like, I'm so glad I waited. Well, let me put it to you like this: if I had the money, I wouldn't have waited, but I would have made a lot of big mistakes, a lot of expensive mistakes. I'm glad it took me this long, where I'm glad I didn't have the money to act. Let's put it like that, because I would have definitely made a lot of very expensive mistakes. I would have put my cabin where I had my RV and my tent. That was a mistake. Here's another thing about where I had my cabin and my tent in the beginning. That is damn near on an animal trail, on a pathway where all animals, the coyotes, the fox, the deer, the wild hog, everything walks that area. So that's why I always heard it every night, because I'm in their path. So you don't want to see that or hear that, So all of that, and then being up in the middle of the night, get you a fire going, nice fire pit, enjoy it. And you start to see how things work at night too. That's why I say, try to stay out there as much as you can in every condition, every weather condition, night and day. every season, night and day. And the more you do it, the more it'll save you money. It's
Okay.
gonna save you a fortune.
Yeah, money, money, is a thing. We're trying to, watch our pennies,
Yeah.
spend things the way they should be spent on what we need. But going back to the meeting with the solar,
Hmm.
you know, that dude still has those giant solar panels for sale for $30 a piece.
Okay. Okay.
We locked in. We have about four. I'm thinking about locking in and going down and getting four more. 310-watt solar panels for $30.
Yes. You
You
can't beat
know,
that.
we're gonna be off grid. I'm planning on building a solar array. I'm playing in our backyard right now with the solar panels and our echo flows and everything.
Yeah.
We're playing with that. You know, but we appreciate the information of where to start. And it's ironic. I'm getting a trailer hitch and everything put on tomorrow, so we can
Right.
maybe get a small RV and a camper and just pull out there and just you know just stay. Just hang out and stay.
Right. And
Get
and
the lay of
and,
the land.
and you hit on something too. If you take an RV out there or a camper, remember one thing: you need solar or you need a gas generator, a good one,
Hmm.
because that's going to be your only source to stay cool. Because your generator on your RV, me personally, I only use the generator on my RV in an emergency because it's drinking all the fuel out of your RV. If you have a camper, you only have one choice but to plug it up to an external electrical source. And just make sure if you got the EcoFlow, take it with you. If you have a gas generator, take them both. Just
Well,
take them.
well, I can't take the gas one. The gas one is house size. It's a beast. That
Okay.
was too big. But we do have the EcoFlow 3600. We've got
Okay.
one of those. So we're gonna take that, and we're probably gonna buy a small inverter.
Yeah.
2200 watts, something just enough to recharge stuff or whatever.
Right.
We're gonna do that. But yeah, we're gonna go. That's a good idea. We're just gonna go out there and hang out and stay
Yeah.
and see what it is. I mean, before we make an expensive mistake,
Yeah, man.
Crystal did find some, even though it's been clear cut, she did find some wild muscadine grapevines.
Okay. Okay.
So we did find some of those out there, and there are wild turkeys running through
Yeah.
like it's the boulevard.
Right.
So, but we're really looking forward to this adventure this time in our life.
Okay. All right, my
Thank you so
brother.
much for your help. And like I said, if you want to get some of those giant solar panels, let us know. We can.
I'm gonna get in touch with you.
It up,
I'm gonna get in touch with you, and
you know.
we'll talk about this off screen because I might have a proposition for you. Well, we'll talk off screen, okay?
Okay.
Because it's something else that goes along with the solar panels.
Okay.
All right, my man. Thank you so much. And tell your wife I said hello.
I will tell her hello.
All right, man. Thank you, brother.
No, thanks a lot for your help.
All right, anytime. All right, y'all. All right. Let me check. Does anybody have any questions with anything you just heard here? Any questions? Let me see. Hey, Analytic Gardener, how you doing, my sister? It's always good to see you in here. Say the Piedmont Hills will sneak up on you. Okay. I wish I would have seen this. Lady Leah said you need to learn the pattern of the sun on the land, especially if you want to plant trees. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we had that situation already. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Let me see. Right. RLM. Start with a plan of your vision. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. Me and Lady Leah just kept drawing stuff. We knew the area, our opening, where we wanted to start with. And we just kept drawing drawings of different formats of how we would like things to be. And Lady Lead asked me just recently, why did you want the chicken coop right there? I said, I don't know, because I didn't know better at the time. But now that I know better, I don't want the chicken coop or the pig pen nowhere close to that cabin. Because it's hard to sleep with some pudding on your top lip. Let me see. Vaughn says, I seen some people don't cut their land for a few days because it was raining and it looked like Jurassic Park after a week. That's mine. That's mine right now. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm putting a robot out there to cut the grass. Absolutely. Because I'm not gonna keep paying for gas at these prices. Okay, let me see. Okay. Analytics say, great point, Lady Led. Let me see. Just info. A gas bush cutter is better than a weed trimmer for clearing land. It has the metal blade, same size. Yes, that's true. But nobody, listen, in reality, Lewis Smith, nobody is going to be walking behind a bush hog when you're going to look for land. So you might have missed that one little piece, but they asked a better way to navigate through high grass when they're just looking for land, when they're just going to walk the land to look for it. And you ain't going to carry no big, you're not going to be walking. Listen, and then we're talking about acres. We're talking about acres. That's not feasible. You're not going to be walking. You supposed to be paying attention to everything else while you walk in the land. They just want a path so they don't have to walk through that tall grass, like my man said, like Jurassic Park. Listen, I walked all of our acres with a weed whacker, and it did perfect. If you don't want a weed whacker, you can even use one of those bush trimmers, because I use my bush trimmers for the same thing. I don't even just use them for bushes. Works great. But it's not realistic to try to walk behind a DL bush hog or something like that. Regina Kelly, I just did a video on it. Go look at my video on the robot lawnmower. And the link is in there too, okay? I was going to do a video of me setting it up earlier this week, but I was too hot. All right. Any questions, y'all? Any questions on anything y'all seen or heard today? No questions? Okay. Well, hey, y'all, thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out with me. And thank you just for listening to the reality of our everyday. That's it. There was no glamour, no glitz, no bright lights, no loud bangs, no noises, no TikTok dances, none of that. All it was what we do on the land every day. We work, we get a few things done, we accomplish a mission, we try to keep it as low cost as possible. We paying for everything out of our pocket, and we do it again the next day. Get something to eat, wash up, and enjoy each other's company. And the best part about that land, I'm in control of what I hear. I'm in control of what I see. I'm in control of that. If I don't want to hear no loud music, I ain't playing none, so I ain't gonna hear it. If I don't want to hear a bunch of traffic, I don't got to go out to traffic to hear all that. I don't got to be worried about somebody creeping up on me. All of that. Man, look. Now I know it's not perfect and things do happen. I'm not going to pretend living off grid is perfect. I'm not going to pretend living off grid or being off grid, everything just goes excellent and all. I'm not going to pretend that. There's too many other people doing that. But I will say this. It's rare. You got to agree with me on that. When things fall apart and the drama do happen and the loud noise does happen, it's so rare that sometimes it's not even worth mentioning. But when it does happen, people need to know that reality of a situation too. But it's so rare. And it's such a blessing to come outside and I don't got to look this dude in the face or look this lady in the eye. And I don't got to pretend I like her or I don't got to pretend I like him. I come outside and I'm in my own world. Ain't nothing better than that. Right? CC Wins, you said, please don't forget the shower head link. I'm going to make sure I'm going to sit right here and put that link in here for you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Analytic Gardener. Hey, thank you, honey. Thank you for joining the club. Thank you. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Happy Sunday to everybody. I hope you kind of understood what I was saying. Again, no glamour, no glitz, just reality. All right. Live from 73. Stay safe. Stay sane. I love you. And I'm out. Peace. Thank you, y'all. Thank you.